We're making one of my favorite foods today, tofu spring rolls. Here's our equipment. We need a cutting board today. I've got my other mise en place ready. We need a chef's knife. We also need a baking sheet lined with foil and a little spray. Let's cut this tofu into 6 pieces today. I'm just keeping them in planks. I usually cut them in half and then in thirds. Now we're gonna lay these out on the baking sheet. I'm also gonna sprinkle these with some salt. Tofu does not have very much flavor at all, so it takes on whatever you season it with. Under the broiler. While that's broiling, we're gonna get our veggies ready. So I have a cucumber here. It's already got a flat spot, so I'm good. Now I'm gonna cut this into slices first. Now once I have them in planks, I'm gonna take each plank, stack it up a little bit. Now I'm gonna cut it into strips. This is a little bit larger than a julienne, but it's similar. Now we're gonna put these in a container. It makes it easier to make the spring rolls later. This is just a piece of a carrot. It rolls around, so we need to cut a flat spot. Super important for safety. Now we're gonna roll it onto the flat spot and cut it into planks. Now we're gonna take each of those planks and cut it into strips. Into the container. Cilantro. I just want the leaves of the cilantro today, so get rid of any larger stems. Into the container as well. And our lettuce. This is just a small head of lettuce. I would recommend butter lettuce or little gem lettuce. Wash it and cut the end off. Now we're gonna separate out the leaves. Let's just set these aside on a paper towel. Our tofu's ready. Let's transfer it to our container using a spatula and get ready to assemble these spring rolls. Pretend that didn't happen. Okay, I have my cutting board, my mise en place. I also have a plate ready and a container of water. There's my spring roll wrapper. You're gonna need to soak it for 10 to 15 seconds. It depends on how hot your water is. It should feel like a slimy piece of paper when it's done. Now into the wrapper, we're gonna add our lettuce first. Then I like to put the tofu on top of that. A little bit of carrots and cucumber and our cilantro. Let's roll these up. I fold it first, then I fold the sides in. You can pull it pretty tight. Now we're gonna wrap it up and set it onto our plate. Let's take a closer look. There's my spring roll wrapper. Dip it in the hot water, flip it over every now and then. It's feeling like a slimy piece of paper, so I'm gonna put it on my cutting board. Lettuce leaf down, kind of towards yourself. Tofu, veggies, and our cilantro. Now fold it over tightly, hold it in place, fold in the sides. Now keep rolling as tightly as you can. As long as you didn't soak the rice paper too long, it shouldn't rip. The lettuce also helps prevent it from ripping. Again, fold it over, fold in the sides, and tightly roll. Be gentle with the rice paper, but again, don't be afraid to pull it pretty taut. If you find that your paper is ripping, that just means you're soaking it too long. You also want to be careful not to overfill the rice paper because it'll be difficult to roll out and could tear. These look so good. I usually serve them with peanut sauce, sweet chili sauce, or sesame vinaigrette. There they are, fresh spring rolls.